Dear Steps family, how are you doing today? Hope you're having an amazing day. Today I have another great recipe for you. It is green banana dumplings or green plantain dumplings. You can use either or. But before I get started, if you're seeing one of my videos for the first time and you've not subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to please subscribe and hit on the notification bell so that you can be updated on all my latest recipes. So let's get started. So guys, one of my readers wanted to know how I make dumplings with green banana. However, I don't have green banana, I'm using green plantains. You can use either or, they work the same, and this dumpling tastes amazing. Every culture has some kind of dumpling or some similar dough. It's just flour dough, basically. But in Jamaica, we like to add different vegetables to it. We like to add pumpkin, we add green banana to our dumplings, we add cassava, or yuca, whatever it is, and they just taste great. But if you're new, it might be an acquired taste because I'm going to cook it in salted water. Usually you don't just eat dumplings alone. It's a side dish, so you'll add something really savory to it, like curries, stews to it, or you can add them in your soups or stews. You just add them to the stew so they'll take on the flavor. So also, you can check on my video where I make dumplings and I literally made them in a stew. But today I'm just going to boil the dumplings. So you check the other video as well, the plantain dumpling stew, where it's all savory and everything is just so super flavorful. But this time I'm just this is more a tutorial teaching you how to make it, the whole process of making it. So the first thing, what we're gonna do is we're gonna peel our plantain or green, and you want it to be green, even greener than this is better. And I just saw the comment last night, so that's why I don't even have green. I'm using what I have on hand. So basically to peel, I like to cut both ends, and then I'm going to just make one straight cut, I even say what, vertically along the ridge just beneath the skin. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead, look at that, you're just going to separate the skin from the flesh. That's it. Easy peasy does it. There it is. Easy does it. And that's it. So next, what I'm going to do, so once I remove the skin, I'm going to grate my plantain. I'm using a box grater. This is good enough, and I'm just going to grate. Just go up and down, and then I'm going to add this to my dumpling. So there it is. Easy, easy, easy. You just got to be careful that your hand doesn't slip, because this is sharp in a sense, not like super sharp, but it can do some damage. I remember when I was growing up, I had to do coconut on Sundays for our Sunday dinner to make rice and peas, and I did get a lot of cuts, but we just kept going. We get the cuts, we wipe it up, and we just had to wait until it, it forms a clot and it stopped bleeding, and we just continue like nothing happened. Those were the good days. The food tasted so good. And basically that's it. I'm gonna, even those I can leave them, they'll just taste as good in the dumpling. And plantains are great because they have resistant starches in them, so they're great for people who are diabetic, and they're high in fiber. So this is so good to include plantain. My hands are already clean. I might just dry it off so I can show you, just clean it up a little bit. Because next what I'm gonna do is show you how I mix the dough with I'll be right back. I'm just gonna wash my hands again. Hands are clean, make sure you wash your hands. And what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna mix the dumplings, the flour. So I'm adding flour to a bowl, and you could use any flour. I literally did not, I'm not even using any measurements right now. No measurements. I'm just making it the way we make it in Jamaica. Growing up, I don't use measurements at home. So I'm going to add my salt. Let's add the salt. You want to add a little salt so it gives a little flavor. Some people don't add the salt there. They add it to the water, the boiling water, because we're going to boil it, and they add the salt there. It's up to you. I'm just going to mix that in. And next I'm going to add my plantain, my grated plantain. And this is when you have to really go in and work it. But even before I do that, I'm just going to mix it as much as possible. And then I'm going to get in and work the dough. All right. And my water is boiling, and you want to make sure you put water on to boil in the meantime. So my water is ready. Okay. So next I'm going to add just enough. You're going to actually get in and knead. So I'm adding some water now, and then I'm going to knead. And if it's too liquidy, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back, and if the dough is too soft, add flour, and you're just going to work the process. But right now it feels good. It feels great. It's coming together. And so I'm just basically kneading it to get the dough together, and it's getting dry, so I know I need to add a little bit more water. But you don't want to add too much, because then adding too much will make it get too runny, and that's what we're trying to avoid, for it to be too soft. I mean, soft when it cooks, it's still going to be, it's not going to spoil. And this is feeling perfect. It's feeling good, and I'm just basically kneading the dough, bringing it together, and you can tell that it's the amount of ratio of liquid to dry ingredient is just about right when it starts moving away from sticking to the bowl. So the batter is coming together and coming together lovely, lovely. And this is how we make dumplings back home. We just get it together, and this feels good to me. I've managed to, it's managed to stick to get up all the dry flour, see? And now I can literally knead this into a ball and start working it. So there it is. It's coming into a smooth ball, very smooth, and that means I have the right amount of flour to liquid ratio. Didn't use any ingredients per se, any recipe per se, just by feel, and this will come with practice, but it's a start. At least I'm showing you what you're looking for, because if you don't know what you're looking for when you are adding it, because recipes are guides. That means you see a recipe, if you know that this doesn't feel right because you know that something's not right about it because you've been doing it so long, you can literally look at a recipe and say, this ain't gonna work out for me. So this is perfect the way I want it. I'm just gonna wash my hands again, and then I'll show you the next process. But perfect, see, perfect, perfect. Alrighty, so I'll be back. Okay, so we're back. I just washed my hands and cleaned up, but the dumplings, see, the dough is ready, and I'm gonna show you how I make my dumplings. Everybody form their dumplings different. So this is the way I do my dumplings. So I just take a piece and I literally just form into a ball. I just roll it into a ball. See, that's it. And then literally I just go around in the center, onto the size that I want my dumplings. And then I really just go around the edges to smooth it out. So, and I have my boiling salted water there, boiling. And I literally, there it is. This is my dumplings. And I just add it to the boiling water. And I just repeat. And sometimes what you can do is make a bunch of it first. and then you add them so they cook evenly. But you could cook them anywhere at least 20 minutes, even longer. It's up to you to make sure that grain or whatever is in the flour is properly cooked. So I'm just showing you. That's it. That's it. Just form it, easy peasy, and just put it in. And I just repeat, 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 repeat. And we love dumplings in Jamaica. So when I became gluten-free, I was like, oh, what's gonna happen with my dumplings? However, I'm so happy I found the flour I like to use, and I still make gluten-free dumplings. And as you can see, you can't tell the difference. Same. So I'm enjoying the best of both worlds. So easy, easy, easy peasy. Making these dumplings. I'm telling you, these dumplings, they're what you call stick to your bone food. You eat these, eat a couple of them, and you're full. You don't go hungry. You don't eat some food and after you eat it, especially junk, you eat it, you're like, oh, what happened? I feel like I didn't eat anything. You eat this, it is hearty, there's fiber in it, it is filling, and so just adding that green banana or green plantain to it brings up the nutrient levels, and it's better for you than, say, white flour dumpling. That's the most traditional use. And sometimes we can add cornmeal, like I said, cassava. There's just so many things that you can add to your dumpling instead of just making plain flour dumplings. And this will be nice with some callaloo on the side and some ackee, some Jamaican ackee, some callaloo. But I think today I'm going to do some curry pumpkin with it. So that's it. It's easy peasy recipe. And I hope that you try this recipe. And when you do, let me know how you like it. And it's actually my favorite dumpling recipe. I prefer it than any other. It is actually and I make cassava, coconut, but this one actually is my favorite, banana or green plantain dumplings. So let me know how you like it. Be sure to come back and say if you tried it, if this video was beneficial to you. If you have any questions, be sure to ask them, I'll answer them. And if you need more Jamaican recipes, head on over to my website, healthiersteps.com, where you'll find lots of Jamaican recipes and plenty others. So guys, we'll be back as soon as it's finished cooking. I'll be back and I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. So there you go. That's my last one. And I'll see you in a minute. So guys, the dumplings are ready. I'm going to turn off the stove. Yes, yes, yes. And look at them. See? Soft and just right. I'm going to serve them. While I was waiting, what I did was I went outside and I got me some callaloo, and I made some callaloo to eat with it. So remember I told you some callaloo would be ideal. So here's your finished dumplings. Look amazing and great side dish. And here's the finished dish. So beautiful. Callaloo, coconut curry lentil. You can go to my website, Healthier Steps. The recipe is there. And my plantain or green banana dumplings, whichever you can use. Here's the finished dish. Looks so delicious and healthy. And I'm going to dig in. So I'm going to show you. Nice, nice texture. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to take a bite into this dumpling. Chewy. Just like how we love it in Jamaica. So delicious. It even tastes better when you add a little like this. And what about a little of that callaloo too? So, oh, look at that. Beautiful. Flavors are amazing. Chewy dumpling, just like traditional dumpling, with the flavor of the plantain, the coconut, lentil curry, and callaloo, fresh callaloo. If you don't have callaloo, you can use kale, collard greens, Swiss chard, beet leaves, any other greens. So head on to my website also and put in Jamaican callaloo, or search on Google Jamaican callaloo from Healthier Steps, coconut lentil curry, Healthier Steps, and make this dish. This is a perfect combination of flavors. We do curries in Jamaica, so this would be a vegan curry. And if you want to taste authentic taste of the island, go ahead and make these recipes. Be sure to subscribe below, hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye. That's good.